If you're still copying random triplet fills, hoping they magically will show up in your playing, that's probably why you're stuck. It's a bit annoying, but it's true, because the real game is to learn the language behind the fills. So you can create triplet fills on the fly that sounds like this. Now, this isn't some giant secret lick that you have to learn and memorize. No, it's actually built from 3 basic building blocks in triplets. Right, left, left, right, right, left, kick, right, left. And in today's lesson, I'll show you how you can use these blocks to mix them together and how to move them around the kit and make musical fills with them on the fly without memorizing a giant lick or fill. Yeah. Let's get into the lesson. Alright, so the basic building blocks of today are, and I'm gonna name them A, B, and C for a reason that you'll find out later. So block A is right, left, left. Probably a block that you already know. Block B is right, right, left. Maybe a block that you also already know. And then the last block is kick, right, left. If you don't know any of these blocks, amazing. If you know all these blocks already, amazing, because you're gonna learn a system that shows you how to create endless fill ideas with this that you can come up with on the fly. Let's just listen to them in a triplet setting, just on the snare, moving from a 1-bar groove into the 1-bar fill, first using block A, then block B, and then block C. Alright, that forms the basis of what we're going to use today. Now, here is the first idea that you can use. What we basically do is we play 8 of these blocks, right? If we would only play block A, we would need 8 blocks of 3 to fill a 16th note triplet 1-bar fill, right? Because we need 24 notes. Let me put that down here. 24 notes total. You have to play block A 8 times. Now, what if we actually mix those blocks together? So let's say we play A, and then we play B, 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 B. So 4 times block A, 4 times block B. Let's hear how that actually sounds on the snare. All right, let me give you 2 more examples. Let's do 4 times A and then 4 times C, but then also 4 times B and 4 times C. I'll play it in a 1-bar groove, 1-bar fill situation. All right, your next step is to actually make these phrases a little bit shorter. Now we did half a bar each, so 2 beats each. What if we actually do them 1 beat each? So we do A, B, B, A, C, C. So one thing I should add here is that now we're playing these examples on the snare, but the idea is to be able to move all these ideas around the drum kit, right? It's not just randomly throwing your arms around. The step that I usually take is moving my right hand to the floor tom, and especially with these building blocks, it works really well because you have the right, left, left, the right, right, left, and the kick, right, left, where you have all these movements. So when you play between kick, snare, and floor tom, you get really cool phrases that start to come up. So here's an example of the blocks combined in a 1-bar fill. AABB, AACC, with the right hand on the floor, left hand on the snare. Pretty amazing, right? Make sure to apply all these orchestration ideas to all the combinations that you come up with yourself. That allows you to really explore the full spectrum of your drum kit. Okay, well, you've guessed it, you can make the phrases even shorter. But before we move into that, with this, what we just did, 2 beats each, you can already create so many more combinations. You could say, hey, what if we create A, B, A, B, and then, for example, A, C, A, C, right? There's so many more combinations that you can do with these little blocks already. So what we'll do now is grab one block each. So for example, just to give you an example of something you already know, the block AB, let me write that out for you, is actually a rudiment that you'll probably know, something that you use, the 6-stroke roll. Also known as a 6-stroke roll. It's not really a 6-stroke roll, but it's called a 6-stroke roll very often. So it's right, left, left, right, right, left. It's just something that every drummer uses. And it's built from these basic building blocks. So can you now imagine learning one feel from YouTube that shows you this 6-stroke roll? And you're going to learn exactly this 6-stroke roll. You're going to get stuck in this pattern only. That's what happened to me. I learned the 6-stroke roll, I learned this thing, and I got stuck in it. And I was like, how do these drummers that I love so much keep flowing with different ideas? I thought, well, it turns out that it's not different ideas all the time. It's actually the same idea, but just orchestrated and ordered differently, right? It's these building blocks that they're using. So A, B is actually a 6-stroke roll, right? That already gives you an idea of what you can build. For example, one thing that I like to do with this is AC. It sounds amazing. And here's another idea that I like to use is creating these phrases that are not 6, but 9. So, for example, I create AAC. And then again, I play AAC, which is 6 blocks, but I need 8. So we'll do another A, and we'll have a 1 bar 16 note triplet fill. Listen to this. Now here comes the challenge, or more the invitation for you, is to create your own combinations. Grab a piece of paper, write down a few of these combinations, or download the workbook that you can download for free in the description. By the way, I always forget to say that, but download that free guide in the description so that you can actually work on this stuff and not just nod along and say, yes, Eddie, cool, cool, cool. No, go to work and find your own combinations, right? So just write down a few numbers and play with that. One last thing that I want to give you is that one thing that I like to do is flow practice. It's something that's really turned out to be really valuable for me, where I kind of keep playing 16th note triplets. I keep repeating that flow. Sometimes I move into single strokes, just single strokes. That's basically my home base. So I'm just playing single strokes in 16th note triplets. And then I choose one of those blocks or a few blocks and I improvise with them. So my home base is kind of just playing single strokes in 16th note triplets. And then sometimes I add these blocks in there on the fly to get comfortable moving in and out of these little building blocks that we've worked on in this lesson. It's a really easy way to practice improvisation, because that's basically what you're doing. Improvisation is not some secret high spirit thing. It's coming up with ideas that you already know on the fly. So give that a try. Here is me doing the flow practice with you or for you, so you can see how that kind of works and how I move in and out of these things. Sometimes I stick to the building blocks and I just see if I can mix all the building blocks up. And sometimes I move into a groove to fall back for a moment, relax, and then get back into it. All right, so one last tip on this is that you want to play it as slow as needed so that you can keep flowing. If you're constantly falling out of the flow, it's not really practicing the flow, sort of keeping the flow going of the 16-note triplet. So make sure you play it as slow as needed to keep that flow going. And that starts very slow, all right? And that's okay. I started very slow as well. If I add new things, I also have to take a step back and do it slow. All right, so lastly, an example of mixing up all these blocks with a piece of music with a little loop. I highly recommend practicing this to a loop so that you can actually feel the musical application of these ideas and that you're in time of a song, right? Then it can really be used. If you don't learn to recall it while you're playing with music, it's never going to show up in your playing. All right, so what we covered today is actually part of the Feel Freedom method. It's something I teach in my 6-month coaching programs that helps you to develop more freedom in your feel vocabulary. These little triplet blocks are just a piece of the puzzle to develop more freedom in your triplet vocabulary, but you can do the same thing in 16th notes or 16th or 32nd notes. It's the idea of using these building blocks, these phrases, and mixing them up on the fly so that you can come up with musical fills that fit for a certain musical situation. So if you want a full system to build vocabulary, to get more freedom, and to not freeze under pressure when you actually want to play a cool fill, it's linked below. Just read through it and see if it's a possibility for us to work together. If this resonates with you, I'm happy to have you. If you're just here for this video specifically to improve your triplets, I hope it helped, and I'll see you in the next video.